Let me say something that might sound contradictory at first. The Ottawa real estate market slowed down in 2025, but the pressure underneath the market actually increased. And if you're planning to buy, sell, upsize, downsize, invest in 2026, what happened in the last 12 months actually matters more than any prediction headline that you're seeing right now. Today, I'm breaking down what the 2025 numbers actually say, why more listings does not mean oversupply, what the previous 2021 buyers are quietly dealing with, and how all of this sets up very specific opportunities in 2026. This is not hype. This is how the Ottawa market really works. Hey, I'm Eric Bekkers, a realtor here in Ottawa, and on this channel, I don't just read stats. I will explain how they actually impact real people, real decisions, and real money. This is our December 2025 stats video, but we're also zooming out to look at what 2025 setups for 2026, because that's where the real insight is. So let's start with the numbers, and then I'll explain what do they actually mean. December looked quieter on paper. Sales were down year over year. Inventory was up. Prices were mostly flat. And to a lot of people, that sounds like weakness. But context matters. December is always slower. What matters is how the market behaves when it's slow. So here's what stood out. Buyers had more choice. Homes took a lot longer to sell. Pricing discipline mattered more than any point since before 2020. That tells us something important. The Ottawa market did not panic. It adjusted. That's not what unstable markets do. This is where people get misled. Yes, 2025 had more listings than the last few years, but here's the part almost nobody talks about. Ottawa's active inventory today is roughly where it was in 1980, the same number of listings, but a completely different population. Ottawa has added hundreds of thousands of people since then. Household formation has exploded, immigration accelerated, household sizes shrank. So when people say inventory is up, buyers finally have the advantage, I always ask one question. Up compared to when? 2021, 2022, or are we talking about 1980? Because compared to long-term fundamentals, we are still extremely undersupplied. This is why Ottawa behaves differently than boom or bust markets. We don't swing wildly. We compress demand, then release it slowly. This is pent-up demand, and it matters a lot for 2026. 2025 wasn't slow because people didn't want to move. It was slow because behavior changed. Interest rates changed decision-making. Buyers became more selective. Sellers had to relearn pricing and stage their homes. That's not a bad thing. This is necessary for a balanced market. For years, the market rewarded speed. 2025 rewarded strategy. Homes that were well-priced, well-presented, well-located, still sold and sold quickly, often with multiple offers. Homes that weren't, they sat. They inflated the numbers. This isn't a weak market. This is a healthier market. A healthier market creates better long-term opportunities. Next is the 5-year move cycle. This is one of the most important pieces. The average person moves every 5 to 7 years. Now think about this. A massive number of buyers purchased in 2020 and 2021. Those people are now 4 to 5 years into home ownership. They're thinking about space, schools, lifestyle, their family's grown, and most importantly, they have rate renewals coming up. Many of those buyers locked in rates that started with a 1. Their renewals will not look anywhere near the same. Even if rates come down a little bit from where they're at right now, their payments are going to go up. So what are they thinking? Do they stay and absorb the payment? Do you refinance and extend? Do you sell and reset your living style? Do you upsize now, or do you wait? This creates pressure, not panic. It's pressure. Pressure will create movement and more activity in the market. And that's why I believe transaction volume increases significantly in 2026, even though prices will not explode. Another massive trend is the boomers are entering peak downsizing years. Here's what's different about them. Most, 96%, do not carry mortgages. They're less rate sensitive. They prioritize simplicity and lifestyle. That's why 2-bedroom condos are going to matter this year. Not the tiny new build units, not investor stock, but livable, well-located 2-bedroom condos where they can lock up and go on vacation. This is also why condo softness is misleading. Weakness doesn't come from irrelevance. It means misalignment. When the downsizers re-enter the market, they don't need rate permission. They need the right product. And when they sell their detached homes, this is going to create a huge opportunity for upsizers and families, as well as multi-generational buyers who have the budget to purchase these large detached homes. These markets are connected. They do not move independently. So the next quiet shift will be the multi-generational living. it's accelerating again. We're seeing more and more families planning long-term, more space-focused decisions, more efficiency-based buying. Affordability today is not just about price, but it's about structure. Ottawa's housing stock supports this better than many cities, which is another reason why the detached homes held value last year. Flexibility wins in normalized markets. The more things somebody can do with your property, the better. What 2025 really set up? 2025 did not create a crash. It created clarity, reset expectations, separated strategy from speculation. It exposed the soft segments of the market, which were the smaller condos, and it compressed demand that didn't disappear. That's why I believe 2026 will be defined by movement, smarter decisions, and opportunity for those people who start planning early. It's not chaos, not frenzy. It takes preparation. If you're thinking about buying, selling, upsizing, investing, downsizing in 2026, the biggest mistake is waiting until the market feels obvious. The smart moves happen before that. If you want help building a plan around your renewal or timeline, reach out. And in the next video, I'm gonna break down my actual predictions for exactly what Ottawa real estate market in 2026 will entail. If you found value here, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Till next time, happy house hunting.